Y'all, I have made a decision. I am going to review Tyler Sheridan's Tyler Sheridan's whole Yellowstone universe. And that includes the stuff that's already out and the stuff that is coming out. So, all the spin-offs and stuff, and if there's season 2s and whatever to that. So, to start it off, I think we should review Yellowstone Season 1 and 2 first. So that's what I'm gonna do. So this is my review of Yellowstone Seasons 1 and Season 2. Bruh. Where do I start with this show? If you like, character development, political intrigue, if you like character development, political intrigue, good ass storytelling, compelling as hell characters, you will like this show. Now, keep in mind, I'm behind on this show, so that's why I'm gonna do season 1 and 2 together, and then I'm gonna review season 3 and 4 and season 5 part 1 in separate videos. So, but this show is incredible. The whole cast, the writing, the way that he, I don't know if you noticed, but Yellowstone has inspired, and I've never watched it all the way through before, I'm doing currently now. Yellowstone inspired a bunch of shows over the last 5-6 years that it's been out. It inspired Walker, it inspired other things, right? But it is the best. You don't even have to the country. Well, you guys know I love country music and stuff like that, but you guys don't even have to like that style of music or life to enjoy this show. You can enjoy it just off the fact that it has good ass characters. So in season 1, we'll start off there. You start off with Kevin Costner, John Dutton, and his family. So you have John Dutton, who is the boss man. Nobody F's with him. Nobody wants to mess with him, right? And then you have Beth Dutton, who's this daughter, but I've compared her to Harley Quinn a few times, and the reason I do that is you can't predict what she's gonna do. Right? So sometimes she's really nice, and some days she's really psychotic and mean, which I bring full props to the actress that plays her in the series. In order to do that is incredible, that you can make a character likable no matter what they do, right? Which Beth is a character in there, so that's his daughter. And then John Dutton has 3 sons. He has Casey, or 4 when the series starts, but the first episode, one of his sons gets killed. So 4 sons. He has Lee, he has Jamie, he has Casey, and he has Rip. And the reason why I call Rip a son is at the end of season 2, he calls Rip his son. So that's the reason I call Rip a son to John Dutton. So in the first episode, Lee gets taken out, and then John Dutton starts to piece the pieces together. But during all this, right, they own the whole Yellowstone Ranch. So during all this, you have Tom Rainwater coming at him. You have David, I forget his last name, but the other antagonist's name is David. And you have a bunch of other people coming at them. My favorite scenes, my three favorite characters, even though I love all the characters in this show, my three favorite characters are Rip, John Dutton, and Casey. And the reason is, when there is action in this show, bro, there is action in this show, and you can't predict what the action will be. One of my favorite scenes is, one of the rules on the ranch is you wanna fight somebody, you gotta fight the top cowboy, right? So that's either Rip or Casey, right? And the first time you hear this rule is one of the cowboys is picking on Jimmy, one of the cowboys with a brand, and the other cowboy doesn't have a brand, right? That brand, by the way, guys, gives you power on that ranch, right? It gives you, nobody will F with you if you're part of that ranch, the Yellowstone, in the show. So Rip comes up, body slams the dude, and then's like, you know not to fight on the ranch. If you want to fight somebody, fight me. And that's one of my favorite scenes. One of my other favorite scenes out of the 2 seasons that I've watched so far are the scenes with Kevin Costner and Tate, who's Casey and Monica's son, and then Monica and Casey together. I just love this whole show, y'all. This show. And one of my other favorite scenes is the finale. They're trying to get Tate back because Tate gets kidnapped by Neil McDonough's character in the show. Malcolm Beck, right? So Casey goes on a warpath to get his son back, basically. And you have Casey, John Dutton, Tom Rainwater's friend, helping them out, even though he's kind of an antagonist. At the end of episode 9 of season 2, they decide to work together to get rid of the Beck brothers. So you have Casey, John Dutton, John Dutton, Rip, and a bunch of other people go after his son, right? So they're trying to find where his son is. They find his son, and Casey's just going ballistic on the guys that have his son, right? So, and you want that to happen because they took it way too far. It's one thing in this show, you don't F with John Dutton or his family. So you feel for, but you also feel for the villains too. But Neil McDonough, he plays great villains, bro. Great villains. I've seen him in Arrow, obviously. Y'all know I'm a big superhero fan. And in that show, I thought that was the worst villain that he ever played. I take that back by a landfill. Because the worst villain that he's played, and not the worst performance, he does a great job performing the character, but the worst villain that he's ever played, that does the worst stuff, is now Malcolm Beck, in my opinion. This guy, you learn very quickly when he starts doing stuff to the Duttons to hate this dude. And I respect Neil McDonough for making you do that. And then he also has other characters that he plays, not in this show, but other characters that he plays, but he's the most lovable guy on the show, right? So I respect the heck out of that, right? And I can't wait to see where season 3 goes with the story. And again, guys, I will be reviewing the whole Yellowstone Cinematic universe from now on. So I'm gonna review all the main show that is out right now, and I'm gonna review all the spin-offs and all the future stuff that comes out in this universe. So yeah, and if you guys couldn't tell by my tone, this show is one of the best shows of all time. I'm having a really good time with TV. If y'all like this type of content, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope y'all enjoy my Yellowstone Season 1 and Season 2 review. Please look forward to more, and thank you for giving me some of your time, and goodbye.